Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to talk about the XX's new album, I See You. The XX was a band, a group, a pop electronic group band, I don't know what to call them, that formed back in 2005 in England. They released their first record in 2009, which was called XX, as the band is also called. In 2012 they released Coexist, and as of now, they released their newest record, I See You. What is so interesting about this band is that they gained so much exposure during the early parts of their career. When they released their first record in 2009, they were like instantly shot out there as this amazing group that everyone got to hear. They got so much exposure from that single first record. If you check out their Spotify account, you can see that they have about 6.7 million monthly viewers or listeners, which is amazing. You know, it just shows that they're really acclaimed, very popular. This is a group that has a lot of quality to them, and I really hadn't listened that much to their music from before. I knew about the XX for a very, very long time, but I never really took the time to listen to them. I had no idea how they sounded like until just a couple of days ago when I saw that they were releasing this new record. So I checked up some of their older albums, the two previous albums. There really isn't that many albums to talk about, but I checked out their two previous albums. They were really good. I can't really say that they were amazing, because this band is producing a sound that is very easy to listen to, right? I've been having a huge, long history of listening to a lot of noisy, hard, complex music, and whenever I put on an easy listening record, a pop record, I don't know, I tend to get kind of bored sometimes. I mean, there is absolutely quality here. Romy and Oliver have these amazing voices. They are very much alike, I would say. Their voices match very perfectly together. They have this very, they I don't know, they just fit together in a harmony, and that is something that you can hear on many of the records. Sometimes on several of the songs, their voices are kind of put together, they're aligned, and they sing kind of the same tones, and you can hear how they actually just blend together in like this beautiful manjula, or yeah, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so let's talk about the new record. I See You is a record with 10 different songs. It ticks in at 39 minutes, and if I was to describe it with just a couple of words, I would say that it is a very atmospheric and driving pop record. The group also mixes in a lot of electronic components in here. There's a lot of synths, and yeah, that is basically it. They also use the guitar here and there, which is kind of cool. The whole sound of the band kind of reminds me a bit of Taiko, if Taiko wasn't instrumental music. If Taiko actually had some vocals, this is probably what it would sound like, you know. The first song, Dangerous, is very funky. It's repetitive, but I love the, I don't know if it's a sample in the background there. It's probably a sample of these horns and this very driving rhythm. I kind of, I don't know, in the start I didn't really like it that much, but it was something that kind of grew on me. So yeah, I find that first song, Dangerous, it's very, very catchy. Say Something Loving is a song that has a very nice drive to it. I don't know if I can say that much more about this song. It's nice, it's good, it's quality, but at the same time, as I've told you earlier in this video, I really don't have a thing for pop music, you know. I see the quality in it. It's very accessible to so many people, but I don't get there's not much to take here. There's nothing about this song that is kind of, that I feel is resisting me, you know. The third song is called Lips. I love the mix of the guitar and the synth here. It's kind of nicely layered. The vocals on this song, and also throughout the whole record, is just amazing. I think out of all the songs, Lips is one of my favorite tracks, in addition to the first one, Dangerous, because they have this very I love the melody. Sonically, these songs are are kind of standing out, at least in my point of view. A Violent Noise, not a song that catched my attention really that much. I don't remember much from it except from the start, which has this very tribal rhythm and drive to it. I was digging the start of that song. Performance, the fifth track, has this very melancholic lyric to it. There's a very heartbreaking lyricism going on here. In general, I also feel like this song is creating a very nice atmospheric feel to it. It's something that I could listen to and just kind of relax, doze off, maybe even cry a little bit. Replica is the sixth track on this record, and as you probably noticed by now, I'm just skimming through the songs a bit by bit here. I feel like that is the proper way of addressing this record. I don't know what you think about it, but that is what I'm gonna do. Replica is a very catchy and driving song, and I feel like what is so nice about this song is that the instruments are not taking that much space. And that is what I noticed about, all of their music in general. The fact that they leave the music or the instruments a little bit behind so that it creates more space. There's more of an atmospheric feel to their music. And that is what this song did very, very great. They left the instruments a little bit behind in the background, and then the vocals, the lyrics, is what is kind of emphasized here. It is kind of pushed forward into the, you get what I mean. Brave for You, atmospheric, melodic. It is not a song that I would remember, to be honest, that much. At the point where I listened to the eighth track, which is called On Hold, I realized that Romy and Oliver's voices are very much alike. They tune in so perfectly together. They both, I don't know, their voices sound so similar, and because of that, they create this very beautiful harmony together. On Hold is definitely the song that changes the most on the whole album. It has some really nice breaks, it has some very atmospheric parts, and then there's also sections of the song where this pop groove is kind of taking over again. It's a nice blend of everything, really. It's very standfast, but at the same time it's floating in a very nice way. The ninth track, I Dare You, has yet another driving beat, as all of these pop songs have. It's kind of building up. It's building up momentum throughout the whole song, and then just ends up in this very floaty, atmospheric scene. I'm using these words so much in this review, like atmospheric and driving, but those are like the perfect words that are describing this album, because that is what it is. The whole mood and theme of this song touches on the feelings of love and nostalgia, and love is a theme that basically goes on throughout their whole album. It's a bunch of love songs. Nothing wrong in that. I love love songs. It can be good, just as good as any type of. The 10th and final track, which is called Test Me, is a very slow-paced and lofty, I would almost say majestic song. It has this very, very ambient and mellow theme to it, but then it kind of picks up the melody as it progresses throughout the song. I had a very nice listen when I listened to the song and just the whole album in general. I think the album is something worth listening to, but personally, I don't think this is the type of genre that I would listen to in general. There's a lot of pop music that I like, that I would love to explore, but I don't know, this was just a little bit too easy listening for me. But no matter what, I would give this album a good score nonetheless. I hear that the songs are very well crafted. Of course, it's very repetitive music, it's very easy listening, very accessible, but at the same time I see the value, and it is something that I could tune into. But the thing about this album, the thing about their music, is that I have to be in the right mood to listen to it. It is a type of static music, This is something I would put on if I would love to be more calm, if I would love to relax, I would put on this. But if I If I feel very hyped, if I feel inspired, if I feel like I want to cry or be angry, this is not something that I would put on. And you know, that is probably something you could say about a lot of different types of music, bands, artists. Personally, I think that there are a lot of artists and bands that you can listen to in different occasions, like Queens of the Stone Age, for example. You can listen to that when you are hyped, when you're angry, when you are feeling mellow, low, and you just want to chill, because they have so many different songs and they are so various in terms of their genres. This band, the XX, this album, is not. It's very static. Nothing wrong in that, but you know, that is the way it is. It's a pop record where what you hear, like 80% of the time, is either very atmospheric, ambient inspired, or driving pop. It's a record that deals with the themes of love, heartbreak, nostalgia. It's something that can cater to a lot of people out there. And, you know, this is what they do, and they're really good at doing it. So I would give them a 7 out of 10. Go and check out the XXs. Go and check out their new album. If you've listened to them before, I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. If you want to stalk me around a little bit, you can follow me on Snapchat. You can scan this snap code in the Snapchat app, and you can basically follow me around in my everyday life if yeah, that is something that sounds cool to you. And if you like this video, if you like my music reviews, then please subscribe to my channel by pushing the button below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye. One of my favorites, Queens of the... What I did with this... Why won't my throat become good again? Heal, throat, heal.